Hi, in this YouTube video tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to play I've Got You Under My Skin by Cole Porter. This is my guitar arrangement for intermediate to advanced players. If you'd like to download the sheet music, you can go to my blog and join LGM members where you get free downloads and printable sheet music. We're going to start with the performance of the piece, and then if you're interested in going straight to the tutorial, just jump to the second chapter in the comments below. So our introduction to this arrangement sounds like this. So what we're doing is a D major 7th chord, which is just a half bar on 2, and the pattern is, which is a kind of a 3-3-2 pattern. We move that up to a G minor slash D, and then little A and G trill, back to D major 7, and then this is it's like a C7 slash D, bit of a tense chord there, and then we're sort of setting up the rest of the piece. Okay, so we'll play a little bit of the verse. So what's happening here is we're playing the melody on the first string. So we start on the A, and this is sort of keeping this 3-3-2 pattern going. Sometimes I've got the melody at the same time as the bass. So this is our E minor 7, and then we go, this is our A7 flat 9. The main melody is, so we're going to go, and then we end up in, which is our, back to our D major 7, and then B minor 7, which you do a sort of a bar on the 2. So we sort of start in 3rd position, and then we go back to 2nd position, E minor, A flat, A7 flat 9, D major, B minor. So in terms of harmonically, we've got chord 2, chord 5, chord 1, chord 6, which is the chord progression for this piece. And then we'll repeat that. Bit of a stretch there, I understand that. And the way to get the most out of your stretch is to sort of turn your hand this way, so that you'll end up playing a little bit more on the side of this finger, and it allows you to sort of stretch in that way as opposed to that way. Sort of stretch along the line of your hand, and that just gives you that little bit more stretch, distance, and also a low thumb is going to help. Tuck in your elbow. So third line. So the second time, instead of going straight to the, we're going to do E to F sharp. And a couple of extra notes at the end there. Okay, next line. We're still E minor, but we've got the melody on G. So this is, again, it's still an A7 flat 9, but we're going along the strings like that, and then we resolve to the D major 7. This is a bit more of a bar chord here, okay? And then what I did is I created this campanella effect. So instead of going, I'm playing it cross string. We're going 5, 4 in terms of strings, and then like this. So you get this kind of crossing over. And I really like that sound of the campanella effect. We're staying here for our E minor, and then like this, keeping that kind of cross string sound. And this is still our chord 5, and then we end up resolving to the chord 1, the D major, and then just a bit of, this is a little bit of an arc back to the original piece, which starts like that. Okay, so that's the first page. Second page, much the same, second verse. So we've got our E minor 7, our A7. This is pretty much the same as the start of the piece. Now we go to our G minor. So this is a bar on 3. Just added a little bit of bass interest there. Again, still in A7. And that B flat provides a nice tension. And then to stay in D major, I've just brought this arpeggio out. I just like this D major 7 arpeggio. And instead of playing that 12th fret, I actually just harmonic. Get that kind of tension between this note and this note, the minor second. Okay, we keep going now. Next line, and then so we're going to a C sharp minor chord, and I've mainly kept it open strings. So we've got, and just keep that bass going. And we go to our F minor 7 to our B major 7. Okay, so harmonically speaking, we've gone C minor 7, F, it's actually an F, an F7, flat 9, and then our B major. So it's like a 2, 5, 1. So we sort of transpose momentarily to B major. And then back to E minor. So then we do the 2, 5, 1 in D again to bring us back. Okay, so this is the kind of mid-section of the piece we're coming up to. And I've just got this chromatic line underneath, in the middle of that E minor chord. A7 chord, and then D major. And then, so we go, we're still basically doing it at E minor, A, D, B minor. So it's really just an embellishment of the melody. A little bit of a stretch for this B minor 7 chord. Right, next page. Same as what we did before. And now D major goes here. D major 7. And now just had a little bit of a bass run. So I start the scale on the 4th string, and then I can complete it on the 1st string. So we end up on the 7th position, and then we end up in B minor in 7th position, which is, and then E minor 7, back to D major, in 2nd position, and then jump back to 7th position, and then 5th position. Just a few little internal melodies like this, and then just continue on that, in that sort of area, the bass notes ringing. So we're doing, so back to D major 7, D7, and now this is a bit of a stretch to go to the G. So start with the G there in bass, but continue with the open strings. And then moving up G minor chord with G, G, B flat and E. Okay, and you can keep that going. Back to D major, 1st position, B minor 7, E minor 7, bit of a stop on the A7, and our final chords.